Good evening, namaste. Hi, everyone. Well, I wanted to, let me see if I can turn this, see what we do with that. I did a reading while I was sitting here. I wanted to see how things are going with John McCain. We just don't hear about him anymore, and he's been dealing with that really horrific brain cancer for the last year. And typically, when they have that type of a really aggressive brain cancer, they go very rapidly within a few months. And he has made it for a year. Okay. So I wanted to do a reading and see what's going on with him. Well, what came out is interesting. You know, it's like the first thing out was magician, and he's holding to the Ankh of eternal life. And, we got like the boogeyman here coming, and the magician is going, get out of here. No, no, no. Okay. I don't think so. Okay. And he knows he's walking this path by himself, and he's, progressing towards light. It's a path that's a very alone path that he's got to do, walking with this. And no matter what it is, he's got a very strong ethic of truth with things. And I think that this has to do with this, and then above it is the Queen of Cups with the religious, holding the religious icon. And so I think it's just his faith is very, very strong. He's really a man of faith, and he's holding to that. On the other side, again, we have the magus, or the magician, yet again. So I think that he's doing all he can, all within his power, to continue forward. Okay. This, the third senior of Earth, is one that has to do with more of some psychic powers, and again, putting into motion things of health and stuff. So again, he's just holding to that. It really enjoy his time on Earth, and he's holding to that strength. He's very strong, and like I said, I think it's very strong again in his faith. We have the light coming down here. We have the light here, the truth, headed towards the light. All of these cards have a lot of light, a lot of light, a lot of light. So I think that, while he's doing all he can to fight this, he knows that it's a non-winning thing. He's in his 80s, okay? He's already 80. He's got brain cancer. He knows he's making that journey home. And while he's going to give it everything he can, put in all his energy behind it to get beyond it, I think that he's really strong within his faith, that when it's his time, that he would be ready to move on. He would be ready to move on. But again, it just looks like he's really, he's held to his time on Earth. He hasn't had an easy time of it, Lord knows, with what he went through with being a prisoner of war. He went through horrid times. And he's a fighter, and he's keeping all his strength up, whatever he can do, to continue to try to get beyond this. But again, it looks like, again, his faith is very strong, that if it's time to go, he'd be okay with that, and he'd be ready to move forward. So I think that when it comes to the point of his release, I don't think he's going to fight it. I think when it comes that time and he knows it's that time to let go, that he'll be okay with that, and he'll have probably a good passing, a gentle passing, where he'll release and go forward. So that's my reading for John McCain. We wish him the best. You know, he's one that stands up for Trump, stands up for his values no matter what. And so that's always a good thing to see. Namaste. Have a great evening. See you in the morning.